All right, thanks a lot, Lee. It's time now for the Daily Pop on Mondays, always joined by Yasmin of Power 98. Always good to have you here.
Always my pleasure.
All right, let me get you caught up on the headlines from the world of pop culture, right?
Yes, sir. One of my favorite shows, actress Taraji P. Henson does not want the N-word said on the hit show Empire. The writers have kind of debated about using the word on the hip-hop soap opera, but Henson stepped up and said the show should not use the derogatory word. She believes it would upset a lot of people. However, her co-star Terrence Howard wants to use it to increase Empire's street cred. Street cred.
Street cred, huh? Okay. Well, you know what? I can see you using the word if it plays into the script and it has a purpose for it.
Right.
Sometimes it seems like people try to put in different things, like maybe even sex scenes when it don't even need it, or the same thing with a word or whatever the case may be. Your take on it?
Well, you know, it is in hip-hop. I'll leave it at that. The word is used in hip-hop.
Right.
And the show is about hip-hop and R&B, so
okay.
we'll leave it at that.
There you go. Well, let's talk about Amber Rose, if we have to, right? Wants to fight back against her ex-husband calling her a derogatory term in his latest song. She wants to hold a slut walk, if you will. Rose says it's to fight back against shaming women's sexuality. She believes it could be a liberating experience for women. Yeah, go on this one. Let me hear what you have to say on that one. That's it.
Interesting.
Yeah.
That's my take on it.
That's your take on it?
Interesting.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll leave it there.
Okay, we'll do it. All right.
All right, well, television producer extraordinaire Shonda Rhimes says she hates the word diversity. Rhimes, who's known for her smash hits on ABC, says there's nothing unusual about telling stories about women or people of color or LGBT characters on TV. She says just call it normalizing. Rhimes says, quote, I make TV look like the world looks, end quote. She produces shows like Grey's Anatomy, Scandal, and How to Get Away with Murder. Hit shows, may I add.
Yeah, major hit shows.
Major hit shows.
Yeah, saying she pretty much, you look at all the shows, too, she has a little bit of everything sprinkled in there, too,
Absolutely.
right?
She should have no problem with the word money.
Yes, money, exactly. All right. Well, how about the First Lady? Says there's one thing she won't miss about the White House. This is interesting. Michelle Obama says it's keeping the window rolled up in a car. She told Ellen DeGeneres on her talk show that she just wants the air to hit her face again. Mrs. Obama says she plans to just put her hands out of the windows once the president's term is up. And that's something you would never really think about.
Never
do you?
think about, but it's those small things that make such a difference. And just think about it, if you couldn't roll down the windows.
Right, yeah.
I had mine on the way here.
Absolutely.
They were rolled down.
Yeah, it makes a lot of sense for her to say it, yeah. Yeah, it's been always a pleasure to have you here on Monday.
Appreciate
it. That is your Daily Pop. All right, the spring is almost here, and that means